My position on the casinos has been very clear. I believe under the current conditions we must continue the fight to recite, and I will continue to support those efforts that Senator Fumo has led on this very issue.
There's not many legal barriers left to stop the beginning of the construction. I personally think that today the Supreme Court's going to affirm riparian rights to the General Assembly, and that the General Assembly is going to quickly grant them.
You know, lots of people have said that we have been dealt a hand and there's nothing we can do about it. Well, I'll tell you, we actually changed that hand last year when we elected Mayor Michael Nutter. And Michael Nutter is working to recite the casinos. You can get a new card in just a week. If you elect me, I will be the strongest anti-casino advocate in Harrisburg.
Yes, I'm not anti-casino. I'm just pro-neighborhood. I've been the head of the Pennsylvania Civic Association for over a decade now. In fact, I've been fighting with casinos to communicate with people when they were even rumored to be coming. That's when Senator Fumo wasn't fighting them. He was writing the legislation.
John, I'll ask you a question. Where'd you get that tie? I like that tie. Now, I have a serious question. Will you finally, John, come clean with what information there is on these investigations? You know, we've heard about Gus Dougherty, we've heard about DePaul. Will you explain for one time what the FBI was doing at your house, why they served subpoenas on the Civic Association, why subpoenas were served on the union, and will you finally come clean and produce copies of those subpoenas to the public so that we can all see them?
I don't know the propriety for candidates to ask each other questions, and I would like to stick to issues. American jurisprudence, there's a doctrine in it that you're innocent until proven guilty.
Well, I think all you have to do is read the Daily News or Inquirer. I think you get all the answers you want. But to be honest with you, when you live in a real world, like most of us do here, and you lived around this area for 100 years like my family has done, when you've been a registered Democrat your whole life, you're just not a newly registered Democrat, okay, what happens is, occasionally you have to fight for people that don't have a lot of money, that don't have a lot of say. When you've been a community activist your whole life, okay, when your whole family got off a boat 100 years ago, and 12 aunts and uncles lived in the same house, and you raised your daughter in that same house, you'll do certain things to represent your people, and occasionally you tread on a few toes.
Beyond being a corporate attorney, what have you done that qualifies you to be a state senator?
Well, and I guess you haven't been reading the literature and you haven't been paying attention to the issues that have been in this election. I am very qualified to be a state senator. I have 12 years of legal training, which allows me, I'm the only candidate in this race, the only one that understands the difference between laws that are written in an ambiguous style and laws that are written clear.